Hi, everybody. Welcome into Gold and Blue Now for this Monday. I'm Tony Caridi. Thanks so much for being with us. A busy week for the Mountaineers, both in football and in basketball. Hoop team on its way to Charleston today. They'll take on Morehead State tomorrow night at the Charleston Civic Center. And in football, Dana Holgerson and his team getting set to take on the Pitt Panthers Friday night. Let's talk about that first off and foremost. We'll talk about Pitt, West Virginia in a bit, but what about the Big East Conference race after the weekend's activity? West Virginia still in line here to win this BCS berth, and of course the Big East Conference Championship could use a little help if Louisville loses its final game on the road this season at South Florida. That game will be played on Friday. It doesn't have to happen, but obviously that would put West Virginia in control. Also, it would benefit West Virginia if Cincinnati were to at least win one of its remaining two games. Why? Well, then if Louisville wins, if West Virginia wins, and if Cincinnati wins, you'd have a three-way tie for 5-2 of overall conference standings, and West Virginia most likely would be the highest-rated team. They'd get the BCS berth. So a lot of things still can happen, but West Virginia still in position, but it all has to happen, obviously, with the Mountaineers winning their two games. What about last year's West Virginia-Pitt game? What can we take from that perhaps could help West Virginia this season? Let's get a refresher course now. Chip Fontanazza joins us now with a look back at the Backyard Brawl of 2010.
The Mountaineers were in the same type of situation last year that they are in this year. In order to keep their BCS chances alive, they had to defeat the Panthers. They had no problem. On WVU's first drive of the game, fullback Ryan Clark did what he's done all season. He punched the ball into the end zone from goal line to put WVU up 7-0. Pitt would then answer towards the end of the quarter with an 8-yard touchdown pass to Devin Street from Tino Sunseri. The score would be 7-all. Before halftime, WVU's senior tight end Will Johnson called a 2-yard touchdown pass to put the Mountaineers up 14-7, heading into the locker room. West Virginia would keep the lead for good at that point. In the second half, Tavon Austin would score 2 touchdowns, and Clark would punch in another touchdown from the goal line. And for the second year in a row, WVU defeated Pitt in the Backyard Brawl with the final 35-10. With your Metro News flashback on Gold and Blue Now, I'm Chip Fontanazza.
Thank you, Chip. What kind of unforgettable memories will come out of Friday's game? We'll have to wait and see, but there's no doubt about it. There have been some incredible moments in this Backyard Brawl. Let's take a look at a couple of the big moments. 1975, West Virginia with Bill McKenzie kicking that 38-yard field goal as time expired. West Virginia beat Pitt 17-14. Back in 1961, this one doesn't get talked about a whole lot, but one of the Pitt players referred to West Virginia's team as Western Pennsylvania garbage. The Mountaineers had gone 0-8-2 the previous season. The Mountaineers went out and beat Pitt 20-6. How about Pat White and Steve Slayton in the 2006 game? Both rushed for over 200 yards. The Mountaineers roll the Panthers 45-27 was the final. And in 2007, West Virginia losing here in Morgantown 13-9 in a game in which West Virginia would have advanced on to the national championship contest. No one will ever forget that. All right, now basketball, West Virginia making its way down to Charleston today to take on Morehead State tomorrow. What do we know about this Morehead State team? Well, a year ago, they were very good, a solid NCAA team which won 25 games on the year. They're on the rebuild this year. They'll come into Charleston at 1-2 so far this season. This will be the third all-time meeting between the two schools. West Virginia has won each of the two previous encounters, coincidentally, both by 13 points. Their leading scorer is a senior guard by the name of Terrence Hill. He's averaging 13 points per game. Hey, don't forget that the Bob Huggins Statewide Sports Line goes on location tonight. We'll be with Coach Huggins from the Charleston Marriott, and you're invited. Free admission. We'll be on the air from 7:06 until 9 o'clock. All that we ask is if you bring a non-perishable food item or a donation to Mountain Mission, they'll be distributing this food here during the Thanksgiving week. Well, that'll do it for us. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Tony Caridi, and this has been Gold and Blue Now.